Overdid that. Well, my next guest, if he's still here, is an athlete whose own balletic moves are constantly seen in the sports columns, and some of his moves as a celebrity bachelor are seen in other parts of the columns. But would you welcome, please, an extraordinary athlete, first baseman of the world champion, help me, New York Mets, Keith Hernandez. Were you impressed? That's all I got to know.
Cut in around 5 seconds of my time.
I did it. You're right. It's all yours. Go. Clear up something for me about baseball. What is this bull about studying the seams of the ball as it's coming toward you? If anyone has ever had the experience of a major league pitcher throwing, if you see anything but a flash of white, you're lucky. Can you see the seams on the ball?
I think if you have to. If you don't, you're in trouble.
But you know how it's been scientifically proved that you can't in photographic essays and things?
Well, you have to identify the various pitches. I know a slider is thrown basically with a break, like this, and the seams will make a tiny circle in the middle of the ball.
Yeah.
So you identify that pitch around 10 feet out of the pitcher's hand. Curveball breaks, the seams will roll like this, and a fastball, you see nothing but white.
And you have time to distinguish the difference and have your brain register and decide.
Yes. Well, it's just, I've been doing it my whole life.
Yeah, sure.
And as people just have a hard time understanding that, but you do read it around 10 feet out of his hand. You have to, otherwise you're in a lot of trouble.
Mr. Hernandez, if I may call you that. In your own words, cast your mind back to the night of whatever. Where were you? No, this is nothing about your private life. Where were you and what went through your mind when a certain ball went through a certain gentleman's legs and went right past him on out to down the first baseline?
That was game 6. We won. I was in the clubhouse in Davy's office.
Yeah.
And I'd already drank around. I made the second out of the inning. I already put down around 2 Budweisers. I figured the season was over. And
you were in the clubhouse watching.
Yeah, because I made the second out. So we needed to score 2 runs to tie at that point with nobody on base, with 2 outs, bottom of the 9th. Which is probably the greatest comeback in World Series history. So I'm a superstitious person, and I was sitting in Davy's director chair, and as the rally started going and we tied it up, I ran to get my glove and my hat out of my locker, and I was halfway out the door to get back on the bench.
Yeah.
Because at that point, I wasn't sure whether we were going to play more innings. We had tied it up, but didn't win it. And I got halfway out the door, and I said, no, that chair is good luck. I went back in there and popped another bud, and we won.
You are superstitious.
Oh, yeah.
You would not move from the, you wouldn't leave the...
I'm superstitious, definitely.
I've heard that you, what is it? You won't change shoes, you won't change...
Socks. I'll find one I'll find one on whichever leg that has hits in it, and I'll stay with it.
I'm going to do that from now on. One of our guests tonight is known for not wearing socks, I believe, in the line of work. Is there a reason for that?
Not at all. I just feel, comfortable with the socks.
More freedom?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I was at the fight, and he did destroy him. I was there.
I saw you, there was a shot of you,
Yeah.
Was it scary to see the punch?
Well, I think I was 4th row, and that's the first heavyweight fight I've seen live, and that close. And TV doesn't capture the force of the blows, and I saw all 4 of the fights. And his punches were just like so loud, and you can just see the force behind them. It was obvious that Berbick, when Berbick got his first combination, it just changed the whole tone of the fight.
Ray Arcel was where you're sitting, the great trainer, when he described a punch that he said, I swear I saw it come out the guy's back. What a way to make a living. We will be right back after this.
Your days as a Rastafarian, I believe. Playing winter ball in Jamaica, and it's a little something. Now, that was you. You said something about the Philadelphia fans?
Yeah, that was on a dare, really. We had been on the road, and I said something nasty about the fans. Problem with it was true. And I was going to have to face the music when I came back to Philadelphia when I ran out on the field to play first base. And it dawned on me, right, about 10 minutes before the game that this guy, Larry Anderson, has all these wigs and props and everything. So I started rooting through his trunk there, found this wig, threw it on my head. How's that looking? And guys, that looks great. You'll never go out there with that on. Especially you. I know you won't. So I grabbed some sunglasses and threw the wig on and tried to ease the pressure of that moment.
Yeah, and that'll be in the Hall of Fame as well. Mike, congratulations. Have a good season next year, and congratulations on the MVP. We'll be back here with Larry Miller, kids, so come on back.
You folks don't come here for the money, do you?
No, Dick, just I've always wanted to meet you.
That's it. Anyway, let's take it again. Somebody asked you about your ring and so on, and I guess if people were wondering, when you said earlier about being superstitious, adults are supposed to know that that's a lot of bull, but you are, in fact. And
I am to a degree. I think that it all has to do with, like what Mike said, positive thinking.
Mm-hmm.
I think Psycho-Cybernetics is one of the greatest books ever written, The Power of Positive Thinking. If you
go by that. Yeah.
Certainly, if you go up to the plate and think you can't hit a certain pitcher, you're not going to do it. So what I have to do day in, day out is eliminate all negative from my head.
Mm-hmm.
The pitcher has great stuff that day and has given me trouble, and I'm 0 for 3, and I haven't had a good at-bat off him. I may get up in the 9th inning the last time with a chance to beat him, and I have to eliminate all the negative. And sometimes it's tough, sometimes it's easier.
Like the whole principle of anything difficult, acting, sports, whatever, is that thing that happens at that moment. It's happened to all of us. When you see some guys playing darts, you have nothing riding on it. You take a dart, you throw a bullseye as if you'd placed it in the center. Or you'd say, give me that basketball, and you put it right through well, even touching the net. Because you don't care. The moment you care, you have to either redirect that in some way or just cultivate the art of not caring in some way. It gets kind of deep, but it's weird.
It's just all basically, I think, it's something that I do for a living.
Yeah.
And pressure is what you put on yourself. That's a word I think the press makes too much of.
Do you feel like a role model to kids?
Yes, I do. To a degree, I do.
Yeah.
But I think sometimes it's unfair. And people are human beings, too.
Right. With that in mind, tell them what you did the first time women were allowed in the locker room.
Oh, geez, I can't say that on the air. After the show.
It's very late, and so, in some places where we're hardly even seen. So, do you want me to tell it or demonstrate it? Or?
You can demonstrate it.
No. Anybody know what Well, I don't know. I don't want to embarrass myself here.